Hi, this is Muhammad. This continues the previous video where my wife and I discussed the counter trend entry we took from Euro USD. Some community members asked why I selected that specific candle as my point of interest and traded it from a lower time frame. They are curious about what makes that candle eligible to become a point of interest. My wife and I refer to it as a power candle. I will explain shortly the criteria we use to label a candle as a power candle. But before I explore what a power candle is, let me provide some context on the reasoning behind our Euro USD counter trend trade. First, the price had moved so quickly downward that it was too late to capitalize on the trade. If I were to enter a trade, my ideal sell order would have been around this level on this order block. Second, I noticed a significant imbalance on the H1 candle. Usually, when the price creates an imbalance, it retraces to fill in the gap. Thus, there is probability that the price will rebound to the upside and fill in the imbalance, also known as fair value gap. Third, I typically wait for a power candle before entering a counter trend trade once I see an imbalance. Now, let me clarify what a power candle is and what it looks like. Assuming you are already familiar with the terms open, close, high, and low in relation to a candle, let's proceed to the definition of a power candle. Here is an example of both a buy power candle and a sell power candle. Let's first consider a buy power candle. A buy power candle is a situation in which a candle wick surpasses the previous candle wick and that candle closes higher than the previous candle. To repeat, a buy power candle is one where the wick takes out the previous candle's wick and closes higher than the previous one. This is also known as a liquidity sweep, although limited to just two candles. So, if you observe a pattern or series of candles like this, you can consider this a sign of taking liquidity. The same principle applies to the sell power candle. It takes out the previous candle wick and closes lower than the previous one. When I spot a power candle, I usually switch to a lower time frame. For example, if the power candle is on the H1 chart, I switch to the M5 time frame, and you will typically notice that the liquidity sweep has been created. When that happens, all you need to do is wait for a change of character or choke and imbalance. Once these are apparent, you can mark your order block and place your pending order if you wish. You may be curious as to why I didn't mention any endorsements. When trading a reversal or a change of character, endorsement isn't typically necessary. Endorsement is essentially required as a magnet to your order block when the market is in a continuation. For instance, in Euro USD, the primary trend is selling. So if you want to ride the trend, you will ideally wait for an endorsement before entering a trade and continuing to sell. I hope this video clarifies your questions and provides a new insight about what call a power candle. Please remember that this type of candle isn't magical or foolproof. Like my recent trade on Euro USD, it initially resulted in a stop loss. My trade hit a stop loss, but Anne got a second chance the next day and she did manage to score a 30 RR from this counter trade. You might be wondering if it is feasible to enter a trade every time you see a power candle. Yes, but you don't want to enter a trade blindly. Always seek confirmation. For example, if you spot a power candle on H4 or D1, you could switch to a much lower time frame such as M5 or M15 and replicate the process as per your trading plan. That means you need to spot a liquidity sweep, a change of character, and an imbalance in your lower time frame, and then mark your order block. Alright guys, whenever I identify a power candle, I will do my best to guide you in our community group. If you haven't joined our community yet, you can do so at any time. The link can be found in the description. In the upcoming video, I will share my method of reading and marking charts. Take care everyone. Until next time, goodbye.